SSD 10. I figured this is probably worth recording here, since it's definitely going to be more challenging. So I'm going to try to solo this. I had a few problems when I sold an SSD 9, but for the most part I made it through unscathed. I have gone in and fixed up a few things. I'm going to double check everything here. See how it is set up. I'm using Heavy Base. He is my go-to for SSDs. I got a Machinist, I've got Thora in the Sport, so that should extend some of my traps long enough. Some of the traps, as you see as they go long, I've replaced some of them. I've rebuilt 1 or 2 trap tunnels, but for this one, because I think there's 1,000 or 1,200 husks that come towards the end, I'm certainly going to need as much durability as I can possibly get. We will see what's going on if it loads.
Ready to expand again.
There we go.
When you're ready to start the fight, select Expand Shield from the Storm Shield
which was
console.
rebuilt. Once upon a time, this entire thing was a disgusting display of excess terrible building. I don't have a ton over here, which is potentially problematic. You can see I've got like level 5 done, level 10. So I almost certainly will want to extend this. You see on the front, I've got a few decent traps. But I'm going to need to make this one a little bit bigger. If they come this way, I'm going to load up enough traps here. Actually, I need to break those now. Just 10 of those, 10 of those. That's maxed out. Probably won't use much more than a few. This, a few of the others. See, again, these are 43s, 55. I think they're gonna come out at PL60 maybe? I don't think they go much higher than that. It might even be, this might be closer to PL50. So these are probably gonna be okay. The durability, you can see they haven't come this way, so I've got plenty of durability here. Thora giving a little bit of a boost. Should be okay. Normally, they've been coming on the very first run. They haven't come from that way. They have actually been attacking my amp A, so we're going to get a peek at that.
That'll do nicely.
I did just get the Obliterator, which will hopefully help out here. I'm going to set her up right now. I think I've got pads over most of the places that I'm really worried about. See in here, I got a little bit better defenses. I did rebuild this not too long ago. Jesus, those traps are ridiculous. But I've got my 55s here, 43s, 55, 82s in the back end. And you can see I set this one up a little bit differently. Originally I had a single tunnel right here, and this would always get broken up. It was just walls. And I had some launchers over on this side. I've changed. I've made it into a double tunnel with launchers. The launchers will kick them off down here, in which case I rebuilt some of this as well. Looks like I need to add this one trap. Okay. So these are still, again, they're pretty old traps. They're not going to be incredibly effective if they do come around, but I'll add more traps at least. All right. This is kind of weird. See some of my designs. This is when I started to pay a little bit more attention in terms of amplifier design, but I hadn't done anything like watch David Dean or anyone else who actually knows what they're doing. So this was, I think, my first amp over here. I just made a jump. Probably would not be too effective if it was against slingers. I'm not worried about that. Now over here also gets attacked. You can see this is probably, it's maybe one of my more interesting ones. It's also where I had a lot of problems on the last run, because you can see I've tried to block this off, and I'm trying to force them. You can see the amps over there, so they're going to want to go there. But I'm trying to force them over on this side of everything. And it doesn't work incredibly well. Now, when they do come in here, it works really good. I've got my wall launchers here. Their uses are pretty depleted. Floor launcher, this one's at 0.42. I don't know what that means. It means They should probably knock it down and replace it. 39, 45. So they didn't get down here very much. You can see I've got them, so they're getting launched up or they're getting launched over. As they get, the ones that get launched up, they have to come back down. Sometimes they get launched up enough, there's another set of launchers on the top, so they get launched back over here. Once they get over here, they're pretty much dead, because now they have to go through all these dynamos to get back. They did not go after these walls, so this actually was working out pretty well. But you know, clearly they're going to want to go, when they get to this point up around here, ton more dynamos, I got some zappers at the end, older stuff sitting here from the original amp build. So if they do come from that way, I'm hoping these walls will hold up a little bit better than they did the first time. Oops. And if they won't, I'm going to have to repair and probably improvise. If I did it again, I would certainly rebuild this whole entire thing. I would shift it over and just kind of lay something out on this side so that they would go directly that way. If they do go down there, it's not a huge deal, because what they'll do is they'll come back up here and again go through all this stuff. So it's not the end of the world, but ideally they come through here. If they come over here, I'm probably in a little bit more trouble because some of these are a little bit older. A lot of these are older. I get level 5, PO5. Wall launchers are not going to do anything. Impact values are just not. Clearly I did not know how wall spikes were used. So I have wall spikes here and level 32 gas, level 5 gas, level 32 gas. So again, if they come that way, I'm going to just build off here a little bit more, throw up a couple more gas traps. That should be enough to keep them from going in, and then I'll just keep an eye, as long as it's not propane, I'll be able to fix everything. This side is where they actually normally come from, and this side is in much better shape. I've got dynamos going out here, and then I've got another row of dynamos. These are, you know, stronger speed out because I built out to the point where we've got 82. So if they do come this way, I'm not too worried about it. A lot of times they'll break through there. I don't really know why they do that since the amp is this direction, but I don't worry too much about it since I'm pretty well protected. If they go down there, they can't do much of anything. You know, clearly there's nothing down there. The last place that I really have to worry about, and where they've attacked in the past, has been way over amplifier C, and then E and D. I did the normal setup. I think most people do them over here, where they leave this amp open over here, and they have spawned here, and they do go through. You see, I've got this set up so there's 2 different paths they can take. I got a timeout room here, and again, this is pretty mature. It's one of my last ones I really set up. I think I rebuilt part of it too on the last, after maybe SSD 8. I got banged up a little bit. I think I tried to force them down one tunnel, couldn't. So I've got it split now. I got 2 tunnels. Lots and lots of dynamos, lots of trouble. If they do make it up here for whatever reason, I've got a pretty good gas, 4 freeze, lots of fun stuff. They've never attacked me from over in this way. I have a decent set of tunnels, relatively mature, with some timeout rooms, dynamos. So hopefully if they do come that way, that'll hold up. Again, I'll have enough stuff I can expand if I need to. Let's check E and D. So E, and this is where I think they're probably going to attack. They've attacked in the past. Gotta do a little bit of a double check here. So you can see I've got pretty good stuff set up, but not great. In fact, some more floor. I know I put wall spike there. It's because it's in my inventory. And I can probably put another row of traps out here if I really need to. I think that's what I'm gonna do. At least set it up so that I can.
Build that arsenal.
Let's make sure we're getting up there. Just a little bit of room so I can, yes, that board can jump over. No guarantee that will run a whole lot. I might just bash through it, but a lot of times.
Yeah, not possible.
I've got these in here. They get stuck under here. I don't really know why they go under there, but if they do, they will hopefully die. I didn't put anything on the other side, but probably doesn't need it. And as they get up here, you can see I've got timeout rooms, I've got launchers to send them back to the beginning. They get back up here, I've got another timeout room, more gas traps, so it's tight over here, but I think it'll probably hold up. This is the amp, amp D, and this was the second to last one I set up. They didn't attack until, I think they did attack in my last run. No, maybe they did not attack here. Okay, so they haven't attacked here. I got dual timeout rooms over there, timeout rooms over here, gas straps along. So this one I feel really comfortable with. They come up here, I've got another launcher, send them back, darts, dynamites, tons and tons of stuff. And then this is where this is what they did. They attacked from over here, and they tore this up. I've got a little maze for them to walk through. Lots of dynamos, lots of gas traps. And then coming down here, I've got wall darts, I've got, like up here. And I added this in the middle of the mission, so I didn't really have anything out here. I added a ton of gas traps. I put up a lobber shield because I lobbers in flingers, and they, for whatever reason, insist on continuing to walk around this way. They can't get over here yet, but they tried to go through here. They tried to go, they didn't go on that side, they just went that way. So I will probably expand that real quick. And then I think I am about ready to begin. That just in case it's stuff. This needs more gas. So hopefully it's going to be okay. I mean, where I'm going to really struggle is the big wave when they send in, like, I forget if it's 1,000 or 1,200 plus in the final waves here. I've done a couple with other people. So that's where I'm going to run out of traps. These things just are not going to last. Alright, so we set that up. Hopefully now they'll go through.
Okay.
Hopefully now they'll want to just go through the entrance here and dive the rest of us. Can't get up here, so
Whoa! Sorry!
I think I'm good there. Alright, so that's it in terms of my defenses. I'm going to cut here in a second. You can see some of my original defenses. When this was not an amp, they can send on there. They drop off here and launch them this way and that. That is it. I'll be back here in a little bit.